What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Path of the Network Marketer. It is day 11, episode 11. So today we're going to continue our discussion around why, after 16 plus years in this profession, am I just now finally learning how to leverage the internet, social media marketing, online marketing to build my network marketing business, to continue to expand and grow my network marketing business. In yesterday's episode, we talked about the ever-changing and evolving, the rapidly changing and evolving marketplace, especially post-pandemic, and how that's kind of affected our numbers and our growth rate in the entire profession of network marketing. Today, I'm going to talk about something it's a reality that we all have kind of faced in every era of network marketing, whether it's pre-internet, post-internet, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. The reality of our profession is that there will always be a churn rate. There will always be an attrition rate. And of course, some companies, attrition rate varies from company to company, but there will always be a percentage of people who sign up with you and join your organization who ultimately will leave. And that's just part of it. Lots of reasons for why that happens. One of the main ones, I think, is that it's a pretty difficult business. It's not an easy thing to do. So not everybody has the fortitude to stick it out, for as long as anybody needs to stick it out to see results. If you listen back to the episodes where I talk about my origin story in this profession, I mean, it was 6.5 plus years for me before I started seeing any real kind of progress in my business, and that's a long time, which is it's kind of bonkers, for a side hustle to keep doing something like this, and not see results for 6.5 years, right? You'd have to be mental to do it. But I did it anyways. And again, it speaks to the how difficult this profession is, right? Like, and even after I started seeing results, as I started to really kind of step into the mentor role and the coach role, and improving my skill sets and abilities and capabilities in that role, and no matter how good I got at coaching people and at mentoring people, especially with the mindset side, there was still, ultimately will end up, there will be people who ultimately would end up leaving, right? And again, part of it is because it's hard to duplicate. Like, we talk about duplication in this profession all the time. Like, does it really exist? I think it totally exists, but the percentage of duplication is not as high as some network marketers might have you believe. Right? Because again, it's just a difficult profession, especially to get to, the higher upper echelons of any particular comp plan. Like, that is rarefied air. And of course, there's always the adage that, oh, you know what, if it was easy, more people would be successful. And I get that, like, that's fine, but it's also kind of pithy, as a way to excuse why we can't help more people, right? Right. So for me, I really wanted to take a look at what I was doing. Again, what I've done up till now and what I continue to do definitely works, right? The person to person, the networking, the developing relationships, all of that works. It's fundamentally sound. However, with the tools that we have emerging with the internet, why not figure out a way to leverage those things so that we can increase the retention rate, so that we can increase the success rate, as opposed to just being okay with the failure rate, right? Like, I think we've kind of always accepted the failure rate in this as part of this profession, which is all well and good with any kind of business. But since this is a person-to-person business and we're dealing with individual lives and individual distributors, why not work on figuring out different systems and different tools where we can increase that success rate? And so for me, that's all I'm doing. That's part of why I decided to dive into the internet and online marketing. Can we create systems that will help the average Joe, especially the brand new person? Like, if I had had the internet when I first got started, if I had had tools that made my business easier, I could have not been broke all those 6+ years in the beginning of my career, right? And that would definitely have increased the retention rate around me. More people would have definitely stayed in. So, like as we go along and on this journey here at Path of the Network Marketer on the show, I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything that I'm learning to help you improve not just your own retention rate for yourself and your own results, but so that you can pass these results along, pass this knowledge along, pass these skill sets along down to your team, so that you have more people seeing more results, right? So that's kind of the final piece of why I really want to do this. Typically, again, there is always a failure rate in network marketing. It's generally been pretty high. Let's work as leaders in this profession to increase the success rate, and let's use as many tools as we can use. Let's innovate around these tools, and let's see what we can put together. I mean, there's some fun stuff about to happen, especially with my particular company and my particular team and the stuff that I'm working on and putting together for myself. So again, I'm going to be sharing all of that with you here on the show. So make sure, if you're not already following the show, go ahead and follow the show. I'll be sharing new stuff with you every day, at least for the very foreseeable future. So go ahead and follow, leave a rating and a review if there's ratings and reviews available on the platform that you're listening on. And then beyond that, stay tuned for the next episode. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.